If approved, the earliest these committees could reasonably begin their work would be March or April of this year.
To add one senior and one youth to the existing committees and establishing the new Marine Drive Advisory Committee.
Council of today, the Packet Committee and the Housing Advisory Committee has been doing a lot of those things. So I don't see the need to start a new committee. And also the timing for starting a new committee, it would probably start running in April, where I can't see where any definite outcomes would come out of it.
There would still potentially be the need for additional staffing support.
We don't know at this time how much of the requirement of staff from the planning department will be necessary because we don't know what type of work we are going to be doing on that committee.
We don't even have a budget for this.
I do believe that we need an economic development committee for the city of White Rock. It's not something that's brand new. I've been asking for it for 3 years now.
If you're taking a look at what we did at the beginning of our term, was to take a look at our council objectives and find out what our priorities were, and they were unanimously voted on. I wouldn't be able to support this in bringing in Marine Drive Revitalization Advisory Committee or an Economic Development Committee because it's not on our priorities.
I agree with you. We set the priorities, and that's what we were supposed to be putting our efforts at.
When people think of White Rock, they don't think of Uptown, they don't think of Five Corners, they think of Marine Drive, and it is in a very sad state.
We've been saying from day one that we need the OCP looked at down on Marine Drive. That's what's going to revitalize that.
The previous council in 2018 to 2022 created an economic development committee who was given about $150,000. And that monies were dedicated to hire a part-time economic development officer who worked primarily with the committee on the economic development strategic plan.
So there is a draft economic development strategic plan. There are a number of Marine Drive related policies within the draft document.
Once again, the Packet Committee did take that strategy and we started executing plans on it. So it should be noted that our council priority is to look at the waterfronts on the zoning, and that was part of the strategy, and also many things about beautification on Marine Drive, which we have been executing. So things are being done. So I don't know why we're doing it at a committee, same committee, to do a plan that we already have a plan.
I cannot support the economic development at this time. I think it's a new one for the new council coming in October. All those in favor? Opposed? Councillor Chung, Mayor Knight, and Councillor Lawrence opposed. Motion carries.
So the first table presented here is the list of the more significant items that make up the 4.41 initial property tax increase. This is table A from the corporate report. So table B is a little bit longer.
Thank you very much to you and your department for putting it out in dollar-wise and in percentages. I think it really shows the public what that means. I mean, when they see 4.41, at least it shows them how much of the dollar-wise is and that type of thing. Now, anything in the red has already been taken off.
If you follow it down to the bottom here,
Yeah.
all of those included come up to the 4.89%, which is basically the starting rate at where we're at right now.
Everybody's fine with that? The only other thing I would add to that, because I know we just got some new numbers today, is the deputy mayor. I think we should maybe look at that's just incorporated in part of your job. It would save a bit more, another $27,000.
I think it's part of our duty to be deputy mayor when you can't do stuff. So I think it's part of our job. So for that reason, I think it's okay to forego the deputy mayor.
We were decreasing mayor and council remuneration by 10% and eliminating the deputy mayor. We've reduced the conference here for both of them.
We're taking FCM out.
Okay.
So 10 was out. Do you want a motion for the actual numbers?
Yeah, we do need a motion for the 5.06.
All those in favor? Opposed? Carried.
The first motion is that anyone running for office, you do not have to have any requirements for knowledge of governance or financial knowledge. So I'm just making a motion at LMLJ and UBCM to make it so that province gives us something, a competency or a test or a book so that you have to be tested. It's just like citizenship test. You have to get tested to be a citizen. Okay. It's really that simple. And the second one is we tried as a council to put CCTV in, and because of privacy issues, we couldn't do that. Richmond was also fighting that same battle. So it's a matter of we're trying to ask the province, you know what, with clear guidance, we should be able to use our CCTV for crime, safety, that kind of thing.
Okay, so on the first one, the mandatory governance education, do I have a seconder?
Second.
Okay, discussion? Seeing none? Nope, yep. Okay, Councillor Trevally?
Well, I'm going to respectfully vote in the negative on this one.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Councillor Trevally opposed. Motion carries. Resolution number 2 is authorization for, regarding the CCTV cameras. Have a seconder?
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Carried.